Hello everyone, this is Aegis, and this is the second game between the University of Houston and the University of Texas at Austin. This is game 2 on Lost Temple, and I have here Trimaster spawning as the green Terran player, and his opponent is going to be Excellent spawning as the yellow Terran player. Excellent is playing for the University of Texas at Austin, and Trimaster is playing for the University of Houston, and these are the games from the Collegiate Star League. Check out the Collegiate Star League at www.cstarleague.com, and also check out all of our VODs here at youtube.com/cstarleague. You can also check out my channel at Aegis StarCraft 2 on YouTube as well. I do cast UMBC games from the Collegiate Star League as well as some pro games sometimes. So we're seeing a TvP on Lost Temple in cross positions. This is going to be an interesting match, hopefully. I haven't previewed any of these matches, so I don't really know what happened in these games. But I do know that sometimes TVTs can be interesting with the placement of tanks as well as drops, banshees. Some players have even been utilizing nukes. I'm hoping to see that in this game, using that to break tank contains, using that to force your opponent to move his tanks away from a certain location. So both players do look like they're playing approximately standard here. Trimaster is getting his gas a little bit earlier than his, a little bit later than his opponent. Excellent does have his gas mining already. We'll see what they do decide to do. This SCV has scouted over here and seen nothing. Good supply depot placement over here. Gonna be able to watch for some drops. We'll be able to react to those quickly enough if he's watching the minimap at all times. So both players are getting their orbital commands up approximately the same time. A factory coming up for Excellent. That early gas was used for a factory, and he is also getting his reactor out. So we're already seeing some differences in play. Trimaster is getting a Reaper out of his barracks with the tech lab, and Excellent is just getting his reactor up. He hasn't made any Marines yet. This SCV does scout over here and see this build. That first Reaper will be out fairly soon, but I do think this reactor will finish in time for him to get out some Marines. His SCV is still scouting over here, hasn't found his opponent yet. But Trimaster does know that he's over here already and is starting a bunker. It looks like he's going for some sort of bunker rush. The SCVs here aren't quite able to reach this green SCV. He's trying to micro that so that he can finish that bunker. So that bunker did get stopped from being constructed, and it does get cancelled. So that Reaper isn't going to be able to hop into that bunker. However, he did cause a couple of SCVs to pull off of the line to deal with that. This Reaper is scouting over here, and it is going to meet up with a couple of SCVs. We're going to get one kill on that, and it is going to hop off the cliff. This one SCV here getting a good look at what's going on, and we do have 2 additional barracks coming up as well as his expansion command center. So that Reaper tactic was to be able to get his expand down. Excellent is going to have to make something happen here if his opponent is able to secure his natural expansion ahead of him. Trimaster is a little bit ahead on the SCV count. Perhaps Excellent hasn't been making SCVs for the whole time. During that little micro thing, he, I guess, fell behind on his SCV production because he needed to micro his SCVs around, or something related to that. Additional Reapers coming out, with tons of Reapers actually just being produced here. Now only starting to make those Marines. That's 3 Reapers out here. That Hellion did just get taken out. The Reapers are clumping up a little, and they do count as light units, so those Hellions do extra damage, roasting that Reaper there. But this Reaper is able to get 3 kills. Additional Hellions coming out here. Trimaster is going to have to find a way to deal with this. He's going to have to get out more than just mass Marines, because Hellions are quite good against mass Marines, granted that you get them in a good position. Now Excellent is grabbing his second gas. Trimaster not quite utilizing the second gas, as he does not need that for his mass barracks play, now getting additional tech labs up, is also researching STEM. Take a look at the production tab, and we do have medevacs coming out for our yellow player, Excellent, playing for the University of Texas at Austin. This game is in favor of Austin right now, so Excellent this match is in favor of Austin right now, so if Excellent can win this game here, that means they will be able to pull ahead at 2-0. Trimaster is looking to even it up for 1-1, and he is now grabbing his second gas. He wants to support getting additional Marauders out, and we do have this medevac scooting over here full of Hellions, no blue flame upgrade. Trimaster is also getting his Terran weapons level 1 as well as the concussive shells. His opponent is going for some siege tanks. Trimaster should see this drop now. He's dropping off the Hellions, so he's going to have to back up with some Marines. Also pulling all of his SCVs out, going to prevent some losses here. The Marauders are going to be able to deal with those Hellions fairly well, so we do have the medevac pulling out of there. Not quite able to do as much damage as he would like, but he does have this Banshee out. No Cloak on the way yet. Maybe we'll see Cloak get thrown down real soon. Not sure what he's trying to go for here. He does have the 1-1-1 build up and is now trying to get his expansion command center up. Trimaster is getting a little bit supply block there, perhaps a little distracted by the drops. This medevac is still scooting around here, does want to do another drop, sees the two Marauders there and does not really want to go in for the attack. This Banshee is hanging out over here while Trimaster starts to get his combat shield upgrade, as well as finishing up his +1 attack upgrade. He's now starting to tech a little bit, getting his factory up. His opponent does have siege tech on the way and Vikings on the field. He's now floating his expansion command center out. Of course, Trimaster scanning just now and seeing that. Trimaster doesn't actually have any map control. This Banshee over here dealing the damage. Does get taken out over there by the Marines. No cloaking field, so that might be the last of the Banshees. Grabbing another reactor, gonna be able to support mass Marine play soon. He is a little bit high on the gas. He's moving out with a couple of Marines, Marauders. Does want to try to break up this front before Siege finishes, but I do believe Siege will finish before the Marine Marauder force arrives, and Excellent will be well defended at that point in time. Trimaster moving forward with his Marines and Marauders. Gonna stop by the watchtower. No, not quite. Actually pulling back now to take a peek. This medevac is now pulling back. I guess we missed a drop here. Both of these Marauders have 2 kills, obviously killing off those Hellions. And the units lost half this fight. Even the siege is done, blasting away all of those Marines. And the SCV's mules pulling off the line, trying to pick off those Marauders there. Losing a lot of minerals in that attack there. Siege tanks, great placement. Excellent is now looking a little bit ahead, aside from the fact that he's had his expansion for a little bit less time. He's now getting his Vikings up, going to be able to do some slow pushes across the map and use the Vikings for good air control. So Stimpack is now on the way for Excellent, and his opponent is getting infantry armor level 1, continuing to produce those medevacs as well as the Marines and Marauders. He doesn't actually have that many units out on the field. He only has 9 Marines and 6 Marauders. His opponent has 16 Marines and 4 tanks, which is obviously stronger than those units produced, but these tanks do need to be sieged up in order to be strong. Do have a drop coming off for Trimaster. He wants to deal some damage to Excellent because he did take a lot of damage in that last battle, losing a lot of Marines and Marauders. That one Viking over here is going to see Trimaster starting to take down the destructible rocks. Going to take some damage though, but not quite enough to take that out. Missile turrets coming up for Excellent. He wants to be able to defend against that. Drops in the future, but is going to lose a supply depot there. Is trying to bust in here. The Marines are able to reinforce over here. The SCV is getting pulled off the line. The Sea Shank's not quite able to move back here to defend all of those Marines and Marauders. Doing quite a bit of damage actually. Going to be able to take out some missile turrets, also pick off some forces there and lift them. to back out of there, almost losing that medevac with 30 HP. If those Marines had stimmed, then that drop would have been killed off. The Sea Shanks are being forced to stay over here. That Viking did not even get a chance to pick off that medevac. What a sad day for Excellent. But the game is now even once again in terms of minerals lost. But Trimaster is pulling a little bit ahead with his placement here, and he's also going to be able to watch for any drops with this great spread of Marines, as well as a single Marauder. It does look like Excellent is pushing out, and Trimaster is now starting to get siege mode for Siege Shanks that are not quite yet on the field yet. Marines and Marauders are quite good against this mix of units, granted that the Siege Shanks are not sieged up, so Excellent is going to have to move slowly and push forwards with his Siege Shanks in good positions, or else he will risk losing a lot of his forces. He's now sieging up his tanks in front of the Marines, blasting away all of Trimaster's army actually. So it does look like Trimaster is losing a lot of units once again, throwing all of his units at the meat grinder here. So he's reinforcing with that bunker. Excellent isn't going to be quite able to bust in there. I think Excellent should know about this expansion that is coming up. Trimaster might need to cancel this. Going to finish. Did he get a cancel off? I believe he did a cancel off on that command center. More units pouring out of Excellent space. Getting more Siege Shanks. He should get more Siege Shanks. There we go. More Siege Shanks on the way. Siege up Siege Shanks for Trimaster, now going to be able to hold the line against any advances from Excellent. He's sieging up his tanks in the line of fire for that Siege Shank. Does want to try to take it out. Those Siege Shanks do have range up to the high ground. He's going to cause lots of damage here. Does look like Excellent is in a good position to win this game. He's got his units up here. The Siege Shanks are getting dropped on top of, so he's getting a good chance to bust in here. Additional reinforcements stimming and running up here. They're taking a break here. Don't take a break. A Siege Shank is sieged up over here. Gonna blast away a lot of SCVs. Trimaster losing control of his natural expansion. Gonna try to float away there. Excellent is getting a great chance here to even secure a third base. He has plenty of minerals in the bank. If we look at the units lost tab, Trimaster is looking really far behind. He's lost 9,000 minerals worth of units in comparison to 6,000. Additional tanks sieging up over here. This tank needs to pull back a little as these Marines and Marauders does look like they will be able to take care of those units there. Marines and Marauders spawning and moving forward. What Excellent needs to do right now is not to become too overeager. He wants to continue to deny the expansion, but not get too excited in being able to kill his opponent off. Needs to continue to expand, maybe take out his back rocks over here and get the gold for himself as well. Mules mining for Trimaster. If we look at the income, it does look like Trimaster is ahead because of that. Excellent does have the medevac advantage, so he's going to be able to take care of those Marines quite easily, but not able to bust in here because of Trimaster's Siege Shanks. He's going to take care of some of the units over here. Trimaster does not actually have it, and that many SCVs in comparison to Excellent, it's going to be quite difficult for Excellent to lose this game. I mean, quite difficult for Trimaster to win the game. I guess that is the same thing. A Viking needs to come over here and try to finish this off. Additional Marines spawning here and moving over here. A Marine shooting away at the command center under construction, and he's trying to float a command center over here as well. Excellent is falling behind on that macro. He's got to try to spend all of his money and try to bust in there to prevent Trimaster from pulling ahead once again by securing these expansions over here. A Marine is going to spot Excellent expanding over here. He really needs to take down the rocks over here so that he can secure his expansion. Now Excellent is playing a little bit more carefully. Does want to be able to secure large swaths of ground with his Siege Tanks, as well as drop in many different locations to take out Trimaster's expansions, maybe even stim to take out the command center. Excellent's command center is also under siege by these Marines, stimming to get rid of it. Those look like this orbital command may go down. Focus fire going down on it, and it does go down. Excellent losing his command center over here. He can counter by getting rid of this command center as well. Maybe he could stim and quickly kill it off. He needs to chase after that with good micro. and then Trimaster is going to lose his expand over here, but he does have this expansion now mining. It's now become a war of drops. Excellent is so far ahead in terms of food count. Plenty of Marines and tanks just streaming out. He's rebuilding his command center here. Does want to try to take care of that. A drop over here for Trimaster, taking out plenty of SCVs. It does look like many of these Marines have tons of kills on this. 4 kills on this Marine, and it does look like Excellent is continuing to stream forward and is just ignoring this attack in his base. I don't think he should do that. He needs to come back and defend. It's not the correct choice here. He's got to shoot down the medevac and get rid of these Marines. The Marines do take down that orbital command. Excellent is down 1 base now. However, Trimaster is mining out his main and only has this expansion over here. The Marines are trying to stream forward and get rid of the tanks on the high ground. The Marines stimming and moving back and forth. Excellent is going to have to pull back a little, losing all of his Marines to the Terran meat grinder. Continual harass here by Trimaster. He's really got to defend this. It was the wrong choice to let this attack go on, and it is going to continue to be able to be annoying. And these SCVs are doing some super long distance mining here. Excellent is very far behind on the food count now, 81 to 54. So if we look at the units tab, Excellent has no SCVs. He's just throwing down mules. Trimaster has 31 SCVs over Excellent's 20 SCVs. So this is going to be quite a tight situation here. Additional Marines coming down here for Trimaster, doing the damage to the mineral line once again, causing the SCV count of Excellent to drop once again. He's really got to get rid of this drop here before he can continue to mine safely. He's got to land a command center here to be able to mine. Excellent's immobile force is getting dealt with by Trimaster's mobile medevac force. Trimaster moving more SCVs to this location, continuing to get a great spread here. Additional drops are on the way for him. A couple of mineral patches here. Probably not going to see any mining done there for the remainder of the game. Excellent needs to pull his forces together once again and pull back into this game. It does look like the game is still even. No one is getting any air control actually, so perhaps it would be good to get a couple of Banshees out here. Excellent is getting trapped in his gold high expansion here. Sea Shanks are caught in an unsieged position, now just sieging them up, losing 2 Sea Shanks. Crucial, losing all his Marines to the Sea Shanks over here. The Sea Shank 2 kills, 5 kills, 14 kills, and 1 kill on this one as well. Finally, a command center landing over here. This one Sea Shank is not going to be able to deal with the impending attack. Stims going off, and Trimaster is looking to win this game real soon. He does have his medevacs moving forward. He will do a drop directly on this tank. That tank will not be able to shoot Marines right by it. And it does look like Excellent has lost his advantage in this game. Even Terran weapons, ground weapons, level 3 for the Marines going down for Trimaster. Sorry, I missed the upgrades earlier on. Excellent even losing his command center here. Oh no! Excellent is down to 1 base, while Trimaster is retaking the gold expansion and setting up a hard contain on the front, getting more units back at his base. Not quite retaking his natural expansion yet, but he can do that at his own pace now, since Excellent is stuck on this 1 base, and it is also completely mined, or almost completely mined out. Trimaster even building bunkers at the front of his opponent's base. Tons of Marines just streaming out, but Marines are not going to be able to break through this hard contain of tanks and bunkers that is now going up. Trimaster reinforcing with additional Sea Shanks to the front. So this game will be ending soon. I just can't see how Excellent can pull back into this game. I have no idea where his Marines are. He was probably dealing with another drop. The mobility of Trimaster and his control is was just so good that he just can't really maneuver his slow Siege Tank army around. Excellent is trying to re-expand over here and trying to bust out here with his Marines, stimming his Marines, running into the meat grinder, the Sea Shanks. are getting sieged down by Trimaster's siege line, and GG calls excellent, so the second game does go to the University of Houston, and it is now even at 1-1. We'll see you in Game 3.